Welcome back at the game room tonight. Going to go ahead and start working on the shaker motor and get that installed in here tonight. So like I said, we got the just a little update. We got the 8-inch Boom Boom 3000 installed, the speaker surround lights and 5 1/4-inch Kenwoods installed. Now we're going to be going on to the shaker motor now. Had a sponsor that wants to remain unnamed at this time. That we got a little friend up here. So hey Cole, my little house panther up here, watches everything Dad does. But anyway, I had a sponsor that wanted to remain unnamed at the time, but they sent me this shaker motor to install for my Led Zeppelin Pro. So I want to tell them thank you. They know who they are. I appreciate it. This is system number 502-5027-01. That is the Stern Factory authorized shaker motor kit for the Stern Spike 2 games. So with that, go ahead and open up the box here and see what all it comes with. Of course, first of all, here's your box of goodies. It's in here. Hang on just a second. Let me get a little... Alright, got the goodies kit here. Comes with a couple of the zip ties that go around your ferrites. Has a capacitor kit, which I'll go back and I'll show you about the capacitor kit here in a few minutes. When you need to use it, when you do not, according to the instructions. This was sent from Pinball Life. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but this is where this came from. This is from Pinball Life. As far as the store that I got it from, a couple more little zip ties. There's your ferrites that are here, which if you don't know, they're kind of used to make sure there's no sound that gets sent over through the power supply, right? So it kind of quiets down that line from that shaker motor going into the power supply that's going to be feeding it. Sticker for it. A little wire tie that's there. And some screws and nuts. I'm sorry, screws and washers that are in here. So that's where we're at right now. So got that part. Then we'll slap those back in there real quick. Let's set this over here by the machine. Be right back. We'll see what else is in the box. So, what else we have here in the box is obviously our shaker motor. I'm going to go ahead and open the pack so I don't have to worry about that. There goes your actual shaker motor that you've got. So people that don't know, it's pretty simple. Have these weighted ends, these spin, that makes it shake, right? So of course, come from Pinball Life and everything. This is already pre-wired, the right length of wire and everything that's in it. So that should be good to go. So I'm gonna set this over here. Ah, get back, Cole. Don't need you taking the capacitor kit. And also comes with it is your cover. Instructions for your shaker motor kit to install it. And then this is also, this covers if you need the cabinet node board capacitor kit, which is this little doohickey here that will just go right in line. Basically what you have to do, you have to look on your node board here on the front left and see if it has these two capacitors in the bottom right. If it has those capacitors, it is not needed. So as long as you have those capacitors on your board, you do not need it. And if they are not there, that's when you have to come back in and put in this inline capacitor. So for this application, I will not need it. I'll try to show you on the machine what it talks about, in case anybody that might need it. Quick look at the instructions and how it kind of goes in line there. Pretty much plugs in between the connectors that come in from there. So in line looks pretty simple to use, but that's there in case you need it. For this application, I do not. So I'm gonna leave those there for right this minute, and I'll show you what it is on the machine. Hang on just a second. So, as you saw on the sheet that was there, it was talking about these two capacitors. So if you have these two capacitors here on this node board, like I said, this is just right on the front left of side of the cabinet. If you have these two capacitors, you do not need that inline capacitor kit. If you do not have those, then you need it. So, just something there, a little nuance I'm not going to be using, so just wanted to cover a little bit since it doesn't affect what I've got, maybe help out anybody that's there. It looked pretty easy to follow. So, with that, got everything here. Already got my tools in here ready to go. According to instructions, need a 1/4 inch nut driver. And being the height of that, I wasn't sure if my nut driver would be able to reach in or not. Of course, now my magnet's going to stick to get to the screws when I'm screwing down the actual shaker motor kit. So I have a pretty good extension here on a 1/4 inch drive with a reducer, but so that should reach in there no problem. So I got that there just in case I need it. Because got my snips there, a couple extra zip ties if I need them, and then I've got my drill, and I'll get to that in a minute when we go to mounting these ferrites, because the ferrites are going to mount to the back side that's here using those zip ties that I was talking about a minute ago that have the holes in them. So with that, let me get set up here and we'll get started installing. Okay, so whenever we go to install this, as you see on these machines, it already has the 4 holes that are here. This one still has a little wood, so I have to get that out before I get started. But it still has the 4 holes that are there. And what that goes to, get down underneath the floor, is it goes to the T-nuts here underneath the cabinet. So that's what you'll be screwing it down into coming from the top. I just want to kind of show everybody, make sure you have those T-nuts. If you do not, then those will need to be installed before you'll be able to install that shaker motor. So there's those T-nuts there. They're come factory installed on this one. Most of them should have them, but I did see a few instances they were talking about that they were missing, so I want to make sure they have those so I can get into these holes here. So go and get you set up on the tripod and get that cleaned out. Be the first thing we do, then we can get started installing. All right, got you set up there in place. Let me see here. Just get this little piece of wood out first here. All right, there it goes. It should be fine now. All right. Stuff out here. I know these two are going to go with my ferrites. So I set my ferrites and stuff back here out of the way for now. Set the sticker out of the way. Zip ties out of the way. I'm going to need this. It's one of the first ones I'm going to need. Let me get all this stuff out for you and we'll be right back to you. All right, get ready to put this in here, and this is the exact reason why I got the other one. So if you just have those, you might can get that in there, but you're going to have a lot of interference getting the screws in when you start putting them in to the shaker motor itself, trying to get those in. Yeah, you could probably make it work light, but especially once you get inside this cabinet, it's going to be a little tighter as well. So just ready to rack them in. Go ahead and get you an extension out there. That way it's good and clear. You can reach right down in there, no problem. So as you can see right here, when you're putting this motor in, you want to make sure that the zip ties and the connections are to the back right hand side. You want the wire where it comes down out of the loom to the back right hand side, dropping out of that corner that's there. And if you look here on the screws, these are the 4 screws that's going to hold it to the cabinet, hold the shaker motor to the cabinet. These are the 2 screws that'll be holding the cover to the motor, and these are the 2 wood screws that's going to be going for the ferrites. That's going to be going into here, and this is the wood screw for the wire retainer that's going to be set in right in this area here. But it comes out of the motor to make sure it's secured and out of the way, and it doesn't have a lot of pull up on it or anything, which it should be fine even though it has those, but that's what we're going to go with. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and drop these screws down in these holes. And see if these will just go ahead and drop them in and line them up here possibly. All right, you see those. back one's there. All right. So you saw that, you put those in, that might save a little bit of trouble the way I done that. Is I just set those in there and dropped it down there, and I went ahead and dropped down into where the T-nuts are. So, ooh, that's not good. Maybe don't grab it by that part, stupid. Back up there. Oh well, I wouldn't be doing something if I didn't drop something or bang my knuckles or something like that. Alright, with that, we'll go ahead and screw these down. Get them started all the way around. I'll take this off right now just to get them started. Yeah, those are a little tight back on this backhand side. You don't have a whole lot of room. Hang on just a minute, right back. I had to back up and punt there for just a moment. Apparently my old age is showing. I can't see the sizes on my socks and stuff anymore. Look at there. Now we're actually getting something going. Okay. So I'm going to put these in by hand for now. To get them started. Be careful when you're around these wires and stuff too. You don't want to be pulling on those or anything crazy. I know my luck. You do want to snug these down pretty good. Nothing crazy, but good and snug. You don't want it to, well, crap. You don't want it rattling around when it gets to shaking either. So I know some people have some trouble with the glass rattling once they install these. I don't think I'm gonna have that issue. Of course, you're gonna fall. Stay on there too. But this glass channel is super tight on this game. There's no way I can even slide the glass on and keep it clean. I've got to wipe it back down every time I slide it back on. It'd be nice if it stayed on. And to retrieve it every time I use it. I do want to say a quick thanks to Slinger2112. A little shout out to him. Jason, you're out there. Had a few good conversations over the last few days and sent me a couple pictures of his after installed it and kind of how he wrapped his ferrites and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. And always, you know, more than going to talk pinball with anybody. So anybody out there wants to talk, reach on out. I'd be happy to chat with you online on YouTube there and talk back and forth and answer any questions, and I might even ask some. So something I like about the community, you've always got kind of different, all the great people that are out there that will help and share their knowledge and just talk about it because we enjoy it and love sharing it with people. So thanks again, Slinger2112, aka Jason. I appreciate it again, buddy. So with that, get this unwrapped here. Yep. Get it unwrapped without trying to tighten a knot. Right. Alright, so it comes with plenty of cable, but I am going to go ahead and put this here down over here to secure that to the cabinet. Just to give it a little extra security, and then I'm going to bring it up and run it through this tab here and bring it over, and then we run around the ferrites. So when you come to the ferrites, you can get those. I'll show you what we need to do with those. First time using them as well, but did some research, like I said, talked to Jason over there at Slinger 2112, and we discussed a little bit, and I got a pretty good idea on how it works. So you wrap them twice around each one, so you have to go around twice when it comes around to keep that noise down. But let's get this other part installed here, and we'll go from there. Be right back. All right, you can probably just run these right down into the cabinet, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and run a little small pilot hole and then run them in by hand. I don't like to overrun them or strip them out or anything, running them in with drill. I like to run a little pilot hole and go from there. So that's where I'm at with that second turn. Okay. Then I usually like to, from doing that and drilling into something, I like to get overzealous. So put me a little piece of tape there as a reminder. Hey, stop here, don't go all the way in. You just want to get enough to get it started. That way we can go in good and straight. So I'm going to try to get it in right back here on the back side. Pull the cable up and out of the way for now. That way it can come straight up into the holder that's here. So with that, I'll get my head down in here on the way. All right, little pilot hole drill there. I got the right screw here. Grab my 1/4 inch. All right. Well, see if I can get in here and do the hole. Give me one just a second. Let me grab this magnet. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Throw that magnet in there to hold it. It'll make stuff more difficult than what it is. Try to get that out of the way. All right, got that installed now. Well, we're gonna run this cable through here. You guys can't see because I sure as heck can't. And tuck them both in. There we go. I'm gonna bring it up over here. And run it through that one. And then I'm going to bring it down to our ferrites. Oh, good old back getting cranky. Love it. Gotta love it. So, with these ferrites, how they're going to kind of go in. We have these here. Of course, going to run these through. You can see that snaps in together. That's there, and this is just going to wrap around the outside, like so. And it comes around, and goes through, and then this is going to screw directly into the cross bracing. It's going to go right here with it. When you bring these wires through them, let me just look at it here. So I'm going to bring them through this way once and twice. And then I'm going to close it. There's that one wrapped. Let's see if we can back it up here a little bit so you can see the other one. Bring it in a little closer here, maybe. Yeah, maybe not. Sorry about that. Good old carpet. Come on, quit moving on me. Thank you. Once again, and the reason why I did bring it in, like I said, I went through this way and brought it around. That way it keeps that pressure on that line. So I'll measure out about how far. I'm going to go there. That's going to be once coming around. And twice. So let's see. That's out of the way. You don't want to pinch it in between there, so you have to watch out for that. All right, so those are there. All right. So just kind of give you a look. Sorry about that. What you got now? So the ferrites come around, and you actually wrap them around twice. And I'm going to dress those up a little bit. It's there, and then now these are going to come, and I'm going to use those zip ties I was showing you to screw it into the wall right here. And on both sides. But yeah, I brought it in this way and wrapped it around twice and brought it back out. That way it's coming back out of this and running straight down the line. It still has your 2 loops in there that's required for the ferrite use. So there are those. All right. Get you back in the tripod here. And do the same thing. Figure out where I want these at. Let's see here. Okay. Guess they're black. Let me do it like this. That way I keep them the right distance. I run this light along the top edge. This piece of tape. Make sure that's even. Right there. Okay. And then right at the base of that, so I didn't put my mark. Right there. Okay, that gives me a mark and it gives me my distance. That way they can be the same distance on both sides, down from the top. Probably doesn't make much difference, but I'm going to do it and try to make it look nice and try to make it look even and straight and look factory installed the best I can. Get this lined up back here at the top. And same thing. At the bottom and mark it. All right. Let me set those out of the way. I'm going to back this tape off a little bit of this one here and go a little bit deeper. Wasn't quite enough on that last one, so pull this tape off of this one and do it one more again. All right. I'll get down here so I can see now. Oh, might want to do it the right direction too. Right, got those there. Now we're going to take these. Oh, back's getting cranky, got to bend down. And I'm going to run this underneath. I'm going to flip it the right way. There we go. I'm going to run it underneath my wires here. And bring it back around. Well, maybe I should have done it like this instead, huh? That would probably be better. So I can roll it around here, get back to the top. There we go. So good there. Let me get this snipped off. Should have brought it around that edge. So that's going to kind of hold it that's there. All right, give me just a moment. I'll be right back. All right, there's one. Let's get this one wrapped around now. Put that back over here for just a second. So it goes there, and that one goes there. And I'm going to bring this down this time. Make sure I'm on that edge and hold it there. All right. Never know. Get confused here, Trav. Okay, got it going across there to the back side. Let me think about this for a second. I got myself confused. Hang on just one moment here to make sure I can get this right. Blah, blah, blah. So we want it right here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, that's what it's throwing me off because you just got to bring it to there. You big dummy. Okay. Pull these off since I got the paddle holes drilled now. Okay. Bang your knee on the coin door. All right. Go ahead here. Yeah, it comes with the red screws, so just use the red screws for this part. Get this pushed up here, same way. Oh, there we go. or just break the whole thing. Reinforcing it. That's real good. Good old shenanigans. That's alright. We'll figure something else out. See if it might can. Be right back. Alright, so I decided to break this off. It's too short to wrap around. I'm going to back up and pun here. Let me get this started. I got an idea. This should be perfectly fine. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go just like that one, but of course, the way they have these designed, they should have them flipped around where you can flip it to the back side. Maybe have that to where it's more flush like that, because it really makes it hard there to do that. So what I have to do, y'all, well, if I can get it to go in there now. Then we're going to bring this one down tight. And tight. Oh, great. Go all the way to the back of the machine. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, but that's what I got for now, so. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let me get a minute here. Alright, back up the pot. Once more, since I decided to break that. For now, what we're going to do, get that off. Get this off. So what I'm going to do now is I have some of this 3M two-sided tape with foam. I don't know if this will hold or not, but there's one way to find out. So I'm going to stick this on there and see if it's going to hold until, at least until I can get another one of the zip ties there to come back and replace it. But in the meantime, I'm going to stick this on here, and at least I don't think it will rattle. Because that's what I was thinking. I'll lift it the other way around. It's just not going to rattle. I thought I would try something, but anyway, you know, that's my failure too. So nothing is going to go perfect. That's just part of it, right? If things went perfect, it wouldn't be because I wasn't doing it. Somebody else was doing it if it went perfect. And I actually kind of like that better. If that holds up, that might be the best way to go. Don't worry about screwing anything in. Looks a lot better. It's straighter. So with that, I'm going to tuck that in. I'm going to tuck that in to the existing wire ones there. Let me get you moved around here. Alright, so where this is going to be going into is CN16 over on this board. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to drag you around like that. It should be this one here. And you can see that if I can get it over in the line, this is keyed as well on how it's going to go. So it's going to be going in just like this. Let me get it dressed up and get you moved around here so I can get that done. But it's going to be the bottom right in that CN16. Well, I'm going to double check that real quick, but that should be where it goes. For any changes, I'll let you know. All right, that is correct. That is CN16 on the bottom right there. So I'm going to bring this up. Just around, if I can dump it in here and go from there. That's about all the wire I've got. So there's my lip that's there. And she's plugged in. Ready to go there. Move my stuff out of the way here. My trash. I'll need those here just a moment. Put that there for now. Save that in case I want to come back and swap that back to the zip tie holder that I decided to break. Pick that up. There we go. Get all that trash out of there. And the one that flew to the back of the machine, grab that. All right. So, I'll move you back around the other side here to put this on. So now we just need to put the cover on. Make sure, okay, yeah, there's nothing for the wires on any side. Those lined up here. All right. Best thing will come into contact because it is pretty tight there going off those screws. It's got a little bend in. Don't think it's hitting or anything. Make sure it's done a little better a different way. I think that'll be okay. Looking at it, that should be fine, I think. No problems. Get these started. I didn't say anything about the instructions, but I'm guessing that's what those washers are for. Because they're in the system, but they don't have anything about them in the instructions. So that's where it makes logical sense to be. These screwed in. Alright, those are secured. Everything's plugged in. Tell you what I am, because I don't like the way that is, I am going to bring this up to this wire. Factor was they laying, I kept noticing, it kept laying underneath the speaker edge, so I'm going to bring it up. And secure it to the wires coming around there. That way they were all secured. Together in one bundle. Guess we'll go and put the sticker on. So that comes from the factory, so. If I can get underneath the edge. Real exciting stuff here, I know. Watch me peel a sticker. There it goes, finally. And being I work in safety, I probably have the warning labels on there because I know as well as anybody that people need them. All right. So with that, it is installed. Well, I mean to run you in so fast. It does come out. It's there. Sorry. I'm looking at myself with my eyes. So your ferrites come across through this loop, through that loop, and straight down. I mean, the wire couldn't be any better from that. Got one more. It's here, but I don't think it's going to be necessary to tie it into those there. So there those are. Get all my stuff out here. All right, so there it is installed. So let me turn the machine on and we'll see what we got. I have to turn the volume off. That way we don't get the copyright. That way we don't get the copyright strikes. They're not really strikes, but throwing the copyright on it because of the music. But be right back. Oh, and by the way too, before I started, I did unplug it here. So get it plugged back in here. I can find the plug. That I can't seem to see. Okay. There we go. So it plugs in. All right, we'll click it on here. And I'll get us set up here ready to go to give it a shot. Be right back. All right, got the music cut down. Let's get this thing pulled down here. Back to the bump. Push, and over she goes. All right. Grab my balls here, get them put in. Wipe them back off, wipe them back off, clean them back up. People always ask, yes, I can run ninja balls in this. They're pretty much all my machines. Talk about the magnetism and stuff, and really the only thing I've got with magnetism is my last action hero, but I haven't had really any issues with magnetization yet in a trough or anywhere else, so I think I'm okay with those. But if I do, I can always change them out again. Just like the way the Ninja's looking. Nice and shiny. Decent ball, seem to last pretty well. Alright. Balls are in. Put the glass on. Because that's how much confidence I have that it's going to be right. But yeah. Like I said, this glass is tight. You really have to get after get it in this one. Don't think that it has to have any type of setting turn on the menu or anything like that. Everything I've seen, it should come right on. So let's see what we got. Back it up here a little bit. The other way, Trav. We'll go from the side here. So we'll see if uh-oh. All right, give me just 1 second here. Maybe I dropped one ball. All right, they just worked down the trough all the way. So if they go in here, the song can't hear it anyway, right? Everyone turn it down. Real good. Oh, there it goes. That's stacked in there together. bit here or there. Nothing overpowering, nothing crazy. I'm not sure if I'm fitting it. I'll check here in a minute. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Gotta hit something before you fill it. It's not just gonna be buzzing just to be buzzing. Alright, that's what I wanted to see. Make sure that it was actually going to work. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can hear it buzzing some now. Oh well, there it goes. I'll play this last one, not really playing hard. Just making sure things are working. We'll do a more detailed playthrough of the game and kind of tell about it, and kind of how I play it. And the reasons why I play it that way. Of course, I'm no Raymond Davidson or anything like that, but do have a little bit of time in this game now. So high score is still 1,038,000,038, but so it's, you can see that. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but that P and lead's up there. There it goes. Almost, it kind of gets that valley brickish going. Little shats there. Right. Yeah, that's working. Once again, thanks so much to the sponsor that provided this. We'll bring a little bit more to the game. It's a little more fun. We've got this game jazzed up a little bit now. Better than an original Pro. With the shaker, the 5 1/4, the speaker surround lights, the Boom Boom 3000. Good stuff going there. Not a lot of money, and got it upgraded. It really does bring it out like that. I'm glad it's there. So I'm just going to let that drain on out. Just flip it around again though. So once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Just a little update too. I'll get my finger out of the way. Amateur. But plan on going to my buddy Jim's house probably this weekend as well. He is getting or does have already, the Hermit Cross ramp, which I'll show you where it goes real quick. So in this game, as you see on this dead end shot that comes up, got it from Nitro Pinball. I think it's Interactive Pinball that did it. I've double checked the name on it again. But anyway, it comes up and comes to a little, not really a ramp, kind of an upkick, not really an upkicker, but it's a 3D printed mold that comes up and kicks the ball up. And it'll have a trail that will run all the way down and feed into right here on the Hermit shot. So it's not just a dead end shot anymore where it just goes in, boom, and comes back out. So it has a little bit more to that. So I'm going to be looking at that this weekend with him. Possibly getting that installed on his Led Zeppelin. But so interested to see how that works. If that's something that works well and brings a little bit more to the game, I definitely will be interested in it. But I'm happy that I'll be able to look at his and check it out and see exactly how well it works, right? Because it's about $200 for the set for that. Also, he just finished installing some power blades on his Godzilla Premium. So we'll be looking at those as well. Just kind of looking at a tour of it on his Godzilla Premium, those power blades. Pretty neat looking once I saw on those. So once again, thank everybody for watching, and I appreciate you taking your time to spend a little time with me in my pinball world. But other than that, keep on flipping and have a great weekend.